Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. This is the Darkshrine League, third episode. Still playing on launch night. Just took a very short break in between episodes and we're gonna continue from where we left off. And I think, wow, my instance actually got reset. Well, it took off for a minute or two. Just stood up, stretched my legs, things like that. But there were some admin messages that there were some issues with people being unable to join sessions and things like that. So maybe they're a bit more aggressive with the clearing of levels than usual. Okay, so it turns out that the rare we found was actually a useful hat. In armor, evasion, strength, dex, everything I would want in a hat at this point. So I put it on my head rather than in the shrine. So we are not going to perform any science on that one, I'm afraid. On the other hand, there will be more rares. There's always more rares. Superior consort. Is that a 7 through 14? That might be worth looking at. Let's see what else we got. Yep. Okay. 7 through 14. That's better than the copper sword we got. It's also better than the rusted spike we have. Though this might outreach the other one. We'll to see about that. I mean, they're all the same speed, so it's just about raw damage. And that makes this the worst of them all. Okay, goodbye. No longer want you. Might be a bit callous, but swords luckily don't have feelings. So you can really do treat them as objects. There's always the question, are we walking forwards or backwards? Let's put up a shrine. Or a totem. Shouldn't be using the word shrine wrongly, I guess, in this league. Given that there are that shrines are actually an important thing here. Whoa, that's a lot of people. Let's totem up and mow them down. Put a new totem up. This works pretty well actually. Mana hardly goes down. And now we just mow this one. And we got a rusted spike. Again, it's a rare, but looks like it's gonna be useful there. So let's ID it and have a look. 6 through 14. That's better than our copper swords. Added elemental damage is definitely gonna be a bonus. More dex on it. And it even has a red socket for our Vigilant Strike. Win-win-win situations. I like them. Right, so we are still socketing everything the way we want them to. That's right, just time to move out. Circlet, wisdom, scroll. All good stuff to sell. It's the leveling speed of people. I suspect they're playing in a party. That's bound to boost your leveling speed a bit. And we went the right way, that's good. And given that there's a lot of people dying, I suspect most of them are, or a lot of them are playing more aggressive builds as well. Maybe not focusing as much on defense or just survivability from the get-go. So they make a conscious trade-off between trying to get ahead faster and having a increased risk of dying as a result of just taking too much damage or things like that. I suppose in a group that's mitigated to a certain degree. You can just help each other, boost each other. Until you get auras, there's no real way to help each other, I suppose. But you can have synergistic builds. I mean, in this case, I'm playing melee builds. Armor with armor and evasion as the armor types that I'm focusing on. I don't particularly care about any other melee weapons besides swords. So anyone with a two-hander would be a perfect combo. A caster would be a good combo. A range character would be a good combo. No, a pure ranger, but just with bow and more heavily focused on the dex-based armor, evasion-based. A witch, a lot of energy shields, and just casting using wands. They are not really competing for items. Okay, let's totem up a little. Take out the trash. Take out the boss. Vigilant Strike, yes. Ooh, flame totem. Superior shabby joke. I have a fondness for flame totem. But in this build, I don't think flame totem is going to be useful. Since I'm already doing a ton of damage with my weapons, and flame totem, it does need a little bit of support. It's nice, but considering the mana, I can probably do a better job just charging into melee. Ooh, what's this? It has energy shield on it. I don't want it. Also, we finally got the dex for the whalebone rapier, and I'm not quite sure if it's an improvement. Oh, it's faster than this. So let's have a look. 52.3. 53.9. It is actually better. Okay, it keeps. We keep it. And that means the other one we can sell. Nice, we grabbed the waypoint and we found the exit, so we are doing a pretty good walk by.
It's to be
Return to town for assistance.
I can live with that.
Good thing is that there's a guaranteed waypoint now right about here. So we can actually head to town for assistance. Sell the things we're not using, including a small life flask. Okay, Nessa, what do we get? First, support gem. So added fire is pretty decent early on, I suppose, for the double strike. So we need something with a red gem though. Let's see what else does she sell. Sometimes she offers nicer things than she actually gives out as a reward. Stun and knockback are interesting. Life on hit might not be a bad one to grab early on. Life on hits, but it does make things more expensive. And 50% more mana is quite a bit. The Force Blades would go to 10 points. Let's see, did we grab a reef somewhere? If you have reef, then reef plus life regen is going to be useful. If it's not, then might hold off on it for a bit and let it auto level. Okay, so flame totem we can sell. Okay, that turns normal to rare. That's useful for something that we actually want to use, isn't it? This one we just leveled into. So if we do this, 2 points of those. That's all I got right now, so that's the best we can make out of it. And then we bump it. 1 mana on kill, 2 extra coil damage. So that means we have a heck of a lot better weapon. It's on par with this rare now. All we need is to change the colors. We don't have anything for that. Can we maybe buy something? I realize I'm spending maybe a bit more time than I ought to on the shopping.
Greetings.
If we can change the color on even one of these things. That gives options. Yeah, Skull of Wisdom. Else. This one's not connected, too bad. Okay, we sell it, get a chromatic. So this is purely dex based. That means if I'm re-rolling it out of green, it's gonna turn into anything. This is probably the best chance. Hallelujah. Okay, so Double Strike has a ton more damage now. Okay, let's move on. We've got about 10 more minutes to go. We might even make it as far as the Warden.
God bless you on this fine day, Exile.
Ah, slight detour. Oof, chatters. Increased critical strikes, that's one you see a lot. It's a blue one, is it? Ow. Interesting. Okay, let's clean up a little bit here. If we're gonna get one of these Elrion missions, we need the space. Okay. Hide things, and then
And thus, any moment now, this
defend the relic. We got a minute to live. So just keep crossblading it. Beetles, that might potentially be painful. Okay, next wave. Skeletons. Archers in there now. Put a totem back up. More beetles. So far so good, but there's still 10 seconds on the clock. Two, one. Victory. Okay, and we leveled up somewhere in between. Art of the Gladiator. No more movement penalties. How much did we have? Oh, only 3%. Still. 3% is 3%. Time to move out. Get me one of these Darkshrine thingies. used to be pretty ubiquitous before I started finding rares. Now you just can't find one if you're looking for it. Okay, I'm confident enough to actually boost that one. But dual strike as primary. Have a decent number of mana regen points, 3.3 per second. Only use 7 per hit. Okay, we attack twice per second. That's not what we're paying attention to. So potentially we can spend 14 mana per second. But the regen is pretty good. And with these devouring totems it's especially useful, and some mana shrines and things like that. That's the thing, once you got a little bit of mana regen, suddenly you actually can use your skills as primary attacks and it doesn't really matter anymore. Until then it's just annoying, because you can't use the skills that you actually want to use. Infernal Frenzy, the unspeakable.
I do love the stink of victory.
Someone caused me to bleed. Another rare. Interesting change in dynamics. Crappy rares or useless rares are now actually useful. Well, I could use some more of these Darkshrine thingies. I've heard they're really useful. And ubiquitous. People are already in the talks. Means it's probably not going to be too long until they actually manage to kill Piety, then Dominus. I wonder if I'm gonna be playing long enough tonight to notice people destroy Malachi. Warden's quarters. Let's see, are we sufficiently prepared? If we're not, sucks to be me. Yep, this way, that way. Hello, Piety. How are you doing today? Follow the trail of blood. And then it's over there. Okay. Ready, steady, Witcher. As before, spike damage beats this guy. Spike demon damage actually beats a lot of things. So, anything useful? Plated gauntlets. Because this is, let's see, that's energy shield. Ooh, ruby ring, level 11. Oh. Fire resists. Maybe, I don't know. It's the armor, that's good though. That makes it good. 11, oh, we're almost there. The color of the socket's gonna be an issue. Then again, frost blades, let's move that over. Ta-da! Or let's move it over there. Then we can attach things to it if I want to. Yeah. Iron rings, I was just thinking maybe I should enchant my iron rings. them slightly more useful. Okay. Emphasis on slightly. Should have done this before the fight, shouldn't I? Yeah. Yeah. Ah, well, Warden fight is not that tricky actually, unless you go with a severely under-equipped witch. It's pretty hard to lose to the guy, I find, these days. Not sure if they nerfed everything down or if I've just got him slightly better at the game than years ago. Presumably I've got him better than years ago. Be rather crappy if I hadn't got him better. Right, let's just carry one of these crappy rares with me most of the time. Actually, just do two. Don't think I'm gonna use that one pretty quickly, and then for the rest these rings. No immediate plans to use them, but they might become useful. So we just put them in, and then we can just forget about them for now. Tarkly, what did we get? Blink Arrow, Leap Slam, Whirling Blades, or Rallying Cry? Ah yes, movement skills. So, Whirling Blade goes here. And then Leap Slam goes there. Let's buy it from Nessa.
Hello.
Leap Slam. Oh, don't have Orbs of Transmutation for some reason. Okay. They are. Let's see, can I show one of these? No, that's just. Buy one of these? No, I don't have 7 portal scrolls just yet. Yeah, too much of a hassle. We'll get them at some point. Okay, so that was the Warden. So 22-minute mark, that's a good time to stop. So as usual, I thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.